Alright, so we got our glass panel in here, got the plastic off, it's ready to go. I got my measurements, so the way I took my measurements is we have these little notches in the glass where the hardware is going to clip. So we don't have a door on this one, this is just going to have an opening, so we just have a shower screen, what they call it. And so it's going to be able to, for Bo, he's just going to be able to walk right around it without pulling open a heavy door. So these notches are for where the hardware goes in. These are the clamps that are going to hold it to the wall. And what I did with this one, since it's pretty simple, is I just measured off the bottom and I got my center lines of my notches. And we're going to have a 1/16 shim on the bottom, so I wanted to account for that. So I measured off of the bottom of that shim, and we had 8 and we had 72. So I got those center lines marked on my wall. I have Zach's laser going here, which is really handy for what we're doing. I'm careful to not put the glass to impede on the 30-inch clearance that we need for the toilet. So we got 15.5, so we got plenty of clearance between the glass and the toilet. And so this laser line is real easy to get a nice straight plumb line on here. You can do it with levels too, but it's easy with the laser. And then what makes this installation a lot simpler as well is because I already ordered this glass panel months ago. I ordered this glass panel probably 3 months ago, had it delivered to the garage because I knew when I built this shower wall that it was going to be plumb and straight. So you can see our finished tiled surface is very, very, very plumb. I'm really proud of how this wall came out. So that makes it easy. Then they don't have to cut the glass out of square and do weird things. And then the other thing we did was we leveled our curb. So you can see our bubbles right in the middle on the curb. And again, so now we don't have to cut our glass out of square, we don't have to put weird shims or anything. We got a plumb wall and a square curb, so it's going to make this whole thing a lot easier. So I got my mark based off of where my notches in the panel are, so I'm ready to start drilling my holes for my hardware. And what I'm using here is quarter inch anchors, quarter-inch mollies. And I have, hopefully we got enough juice on this battery. I have this little cheapy $7 bit for cutting through porcelain tile. So one thing I like to do, can I see a hammer there? Yeah, so what's nice to do so your blade doesn't walk is I'll take my, because this is a very precise thing, I'll put the point of my drill bit right in the cross and I'm just going to tap a little and turn. That's going to give me a good starting point for the bit to grab into so that it doesn't walk when I get going. So I got that one, and then I have this porcelain tile here on the wall, same thing. I will little tap and turn. My buddy Tracy, who found me on YouTube, he's been really helpful. You know, he saw me kind of fumble my way through my first shower glass install that I posted. And that's the great thing about YouTube is I've met so many knowledgeable people who are willing to help out. And you know, we text back and forth all the time now. Really cool guy. But he gives me a lot of these little tips and tricks for the glass. So with this one too, I'm not going to go all the way down. Remember, we have our waterproofing right under the curb, and we probably have, I would say we probably have 1/4 inch between the top of the tile before we puncture our waterproofing. So I'm going to be really careful. I'm just going to break through the porcelain tile, and then I'm going to shorten up the screw by cutting it because I don't want to drill down into my waterproofing. I'm just keeping my bit cool. I think we're through. Ooh, that's hot. Yeah, I think we're through. Let me cool it off. Yep, we're through. I'll do the thin set a little bit. Alright, so here's, we cut the screw off, so our screw is shortened. It might be nice, I should probably just buy a bunch of these stainless screws that are only 1/2 inch. But yeah, once the screw sits up like that, you can see I have 3/8, which is just the thickness of the tile. So I'm going to go ahead and screw this guy down. So it's really nice. I got a nice tight screw without going in. So I got a nice tight screw here without going in to the waterproofing. So all of this clip here really does, this panel has so much weight on it, it's just going to prevent, it's almost like sticking a dowel down in the tile to keep any horizontal movement. A lot of times the glass will have one right here too. But my buddy Tracy at Hamilton Glass, he told me, he said, you don't need one right there because you have one right here. So only one hole through the curb, and we didn't go through our waterproofing. So it's an important tip, you know, if you're a tile guy and you can just kind of pass the word along to either the general contractor, the glass guy, or the homeowner, and just say, hey, my waterproofing is sitting right under the tile. Please do not drill through it. Just be aware of it. Because in the old school, like at least in my area, they would do hot mop curbs, and then they'd build up a bunch of mortar, and so they wouldn't sink their screw all the way through the hot mop. But if you're doing one of these bonded waterproofing, like this Hydroban or Red Guard or whatever you're doing, you'll go right through the waterproofing. One more. Let's see. This guy. Screw. So we're good there. So now we got our our clamps in, now we're going to be able to bring our glass in and set it up on here. You can see the red line that is.
Where?
That.
Oh.
You got it. Okay, up and onto. You know where we're going? Okay. Right there. Okay, I'm going to guide it along here. Just
My shoes are moving.
it's all right.
Am I okay?
Yeah, I'm almost to the. Okay, I'm to the blue one. So why don't you lift up, and I'm gonna kick this guy out. Come on. Go ahead.
Hang on.
Yeah. Hey Zach, you're gonna need to push that little guy out. There we go. Thank you. Okay. So now we're gonna come all the way to the wall here,
Okay. I don't want to.
and yeah, just watch that little tab.
So I don't have my height anymore. So
Okay. There you go. Yep. You should be good.
look at Isaac's.
Yep.
Dead on.
Okay. Now we're gonna come in just a little bit.
Just push towards the wall.
Yeah. I think that's where we're at.
Yeah, I'm tight.
Okay, are we? We're on the bottom. We're on the bottom. There you go. Very cool. I mean, you don't have hardly any. I mean, you think that like getting it in the center, but it's really hard to get them exact. It really is. Like if you're off just a little bit, because
Yeah.
I'm like right on the edge there. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna raise this up another a 30 second.
On the inside
Yeah,
corner.
can you just
Yep.
hold it for a second? Yeah, so getting these clips in the center of the notches is really tricky. You have to be like dead on. I mean, I thought my measurement was perfect, and we had to add a 30-second to the bottom to raise it up enough so it fit inside the groove. Why don't you get a good look at that, Zach? See, so we're right on the top edge of where we need to be, but that's gonna work. That way we have a 16th down here, and we're good. So same thing right here. Yep. So yeah, so we'll go ahead and we'll get the hardware screwed off right here, and we'll have ourselves looking like a shower.
Here it is.
Go ahead, did you tighten it first?
Yeah.
You cinch it down real good, because we don't want it to sag if there we go. You can get a little bit more out of them.
It's a big video.
I do it all, Kobe.
Oh.